Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Voice of Crypto's daily live session where we talk about all things crypto, blockchain, and Web3, as well as take a deep dive into the current state of the crypto market and take a look at some of the top news from the world of Web3. Now, without further ado, we will take a quick look at the top cryptocurrencies, their price action, how it has been in the last 1 day or so. Yesterday, we went live with the BitBlon, that is Hemily. If you haven't already checked out our stream yesterday, go ahead and look it up on YouTube or any other social media platforms that you're currently tuned into. And a quick look at the global crypto market cap suggests that it is a tad bit down, 0.10% in the last 1 day. Market cap is around 1.56 trillion US dollar, noting a 26% drop in volumes. Volumes are still below the 50 billion US dollar mark, currently at the 48 billion US dollar mark. And the total DeFi volumes were 8.5% of the total crypto market's 24-hour volume, while stablecoins made 91% of the total crypto market's 24-hour volume. Bitcoin dominance is a tad bit up. It's slightly up by 0.1%, a little above the 50% mark for Bitcoin D, that is Bitcoin dominance. BTC is has sort of maintained price above the 40K US dollar mark, which acts as a strong support resistance, especially a strong psychological support for Bitcoin. A drop below 40K is, of course, a drop below 40K is often looked down upon. And if that happens once again, we can expect a drop to the 38.5K US dollar mark. But for now, BTC price appears to be stable above the 40K US dollar mark. There's a little bit of uptick, 0.5% on the hourly, 0.13% on the daily. On the weekly, BTC price is still down by over 7%. If we look at Ethereum, not a lot in terms of price action from ETH, more or less following Bitcoin's price trajectory. But on the weekly, we've seen Ethereum drop quite a bit, drop like a stone by almost 11%. And while quite a few of the other altcoins have stabilized or are trying to stabilize, or balance their weekly drop, Ethereum is a little far in that. So this could be a decent time to enter a position in ETH. Quite a few altcoins have already recovered from the market dip that we saw a couple days back. We were, in fact, until even yesterday morning, and now markets appear to be a little bit back on track. BNB down by over 5% on the weekly, but managing to balance price on the hourly and daily. Ethereum, we already spoke about. Solana, which is one of the top ETH killers, or so it is deemed, is up by 2%, over 2% on the daily, almost 2% on the hourly, and it's still, however, down by over 9% on the weekly price chart. XRP not doing much in terms of short term price action, but down by over 8% on the weekly. Cardano has relatively maintained a better position in terms of price. It is still up by over 2% on the hourly. However, there's an almost 7% drop for ADA as well on the 7 day price perspective. Doge again down by over 2 and over 1.5 on the daily as well as weekly, respectively. Avalanche is down quite a bit. It is in the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap, the highest, the most the the widest drop in terms of price came in for Avalanche on its weekly, and after that, it's Ethereum. Avalanche down by 13%, followed by Ethereum by just a little over 11. And a look at most of the top altcoins suggests that there's a bit of recovery, especially on the daily price window, but not a lot happening, not a lot of bullish momentum taking place on the weekly for quite a few, barring, of course, Tron, but the drop as well wasn't as much on Tron. So OKB is managing to make some moves, and we will, of course, take a look at the top gainers and top losers um, shortly. But before that, we will be taking a look at the top news of the day from the crypto Web3 market. One of the biggest news that came in today was, in fact, that the digital pound legislation will provide protections to privacy and control, is what the government is saying, the UK government. And the UK government also said that it will ensure that legislation that comes out for the digital pound will provide protections to privacy and control of money in its consultation response on Thursday. The consultation on the CBDC was conducted by the government's finance ministry alongside the Bank of England and was concluded last year in June. It received about 50,000 responses, and um, a chief concern in the consultation was, of course, privacy and control of money, which have been addressed by the UK government at the moment. In another news, Satoshi VM, which was marred by controversy a few days back after SAVM issuance. So, a little bit of news around that is that the Satoshi VM's SAVM is facing quite a bit of controversy in the crypto circles due to its apparent presence of a handful of wallets controlling a sizable share of the initial token supply, millions of dollars worth of which were dumped by market participants shortly after going live. And a lot of people came up and said that this was in fact Satoshi dumping cryptocurrency. But however, Satoshi VM has seemingly included most of the trendy buzzwords in in defining this protocol. It claims to be a Bitcoin layer 2 protocol powered by ZK rollups tech, and this, of course, can be thought of as a network that settles transactions on Bitcoin without having to share extra data with network validators. And some of the prominent investors who participated in Satoshi VM's private sale confirmed that they took profits from their position, but faced a backlash as the market participants sort of questioned the motive of selling allocations in the first few hours of issuance. Um, a tweet by Look On Chain, which is an analytics platform, suggested that a wallet related to the Satoshi VM team was selling quite a bit of SAVM tokens, and they had transferred about around 189K SAVM, which equated to about a little over 2 million to 24 new wallets. For about 500, a little over 500 ETH. So, as all of this went on, there were quite a few selling rumors around it. That said, we will be jumping right back into the crypto market to take a quick look at the top gainers and losers of the day. And well, the top gainers, and there have been quite a few as the market sort of made a recovery: IOTA, Helium, Pyth Network, Pendle. Pendle is a new entry in the, we can clearly see it's a new entry in the top 100 by market cap. And just yesterday, we were taking a look at Pyth Network, which was again a new entry in the in this top 100 by market cap. But a quick look at Pendle. It's pumped, it's definitely pumped quite a bit, and it's a protocol that enables tokenization and trading of future yield, and they have And AMM support, uh, that's seems like a pretty decent project, but assets by holdings have definitely increased on Pendle as price sort of rallies, but still one of the top gainers of today remains to be IOTA and Helium with close to 16 and 15% gains on the daily price window. We have Manta recovering. ICP is recovering too. So is Chili's. If you want to check out a really interesting in-depth analysis article around what happened with Chili's and why it is pumping, go check out voiceofcrypto.online where we have done an in-depth analysis on this coin. So go ahead and do that. Now we have, of course, Sokebi, Maker, Near Protocol, Tron, and Oasis Rose, a few of the other gainers in the market. Quite a few cryptocurrencies have also taken a dip, including SETS, AKAT, Say, Blur, Celsius, Tia, Ron, and Woo. All of these have fallen quite a bit. And Say, we see Say dropping intensely. Say, however, recently made a new all time high and managed to get quite a few profits to its hodlers, but at the moment it is a little off from the recently made all-time high that it saw at about 0 point, a little over 0.85 US dollar. Yeah, on a yearly basis it's down from those lower bounds, but it is however testing this support level, the zero point 0.5. As long as that holds the zero point 0.6 and 5, we can expect say to do well in the market. This however could be, this fall has immensely for sure affected say's long-term trajectory. So these were a few of the top losers in the market on a weekly. Pendle, Manta, Python Network, Ronin, and Chili's are doing still pretty well. Some of the top losers on the weekly remain to be SATS, Ori, Say, Woo, and Mina, and of course Bonk as well as BTT. However, we recently looked at how it is a great time to get into assets when they are testing their lower bounds or if they're testing their lower support levels. So that could be a decent DCA technique, maybe invest a little bit now. And as these altcoins test their lower support, investing a little bit then, and as well, if at all they have a chance to bump up in terms of price anytime in the short term or mid short term future. That said, we'll be closing this episode for today with a little bit of disclaimer. That being that whatever we talk about here in these sessions or what our guests talk about isn't financial advice. So do your own research. Cryptocurrencies are highly volatile, and with that, we will be wrapping up today's session. Thank you so much for joining us today. We'll see you next week with some fresh updates from the crypto blockchain and Web3 market. In the meantime, stay tuned, keep watching our YouTube, LinkedIn, Binance feed, as well as X for timely, speedy updates around the crypto market. Bye bye, guys. Have a great weekend.